Hi there, this is Nadia, the astrologer for people who do not believe in astrology but who want to hear their forecast for 2025. Anyways, and this is the forecast for Libras for the year 2025. Um, Dear Libras, this is the year where you will experience a lot of tension and pressure. And you are actually very, very good at dealing with such pressure and dealing with such stress and dealing with um, restrictions and demands. Of course, you are known as a sign of beauty and aesthetics and pleasure and love and romance and art, but you are also the sign in which Saturn, the planet of demands, rules, limitations, and consequences, feels amazing. One of the reasons why is that you are a sign of partnerships and a sign of finding rapport. And if you have to build a rapport with another person, there have to be some rules, some limitations. You have to be mindful of another person and you have to set some ground rules, basically. And this is what you are very good at. So, to the tension. I will first talk to you about the tension and then I will talk to you about the support you will be getting. Most of the tension will be experienced by the early Libras born before the 26th, 27th of September. And the tension they will experience will peak in the summer months. This is because in the summer months, two important planets, Saturn and Neptune, will be transiting through the first degrees of Aries. Aries is the sign that opposes your sign. So any planet that is transiting Aries is kind of like opposing your natal sun. And the sun represents you, your identity, the narrative you are weaving about yourself, the character that you think you are, the critical turns in your plot, in your storyline. So if in a certain year some serious planets are putting pressure on your sun, it means that your storyline will be changed. It will be an important year that you will be talking about later when you tell about your life. Not every year has the honor to be talked about when you talk about your life, when you tell other people about your life. But if you are if you belong to this early Libras group, then 2025 or maybe 2026 will be the years where some important turning events of your life will happen, or you will make them happen. So Saturn wants you to do the hard thing, wants you to be responsible, to take responsibility, to claim responsibility. Neptune is more like this transcendence and magic and inspiration, but also mental fog or lack of clarity, lack of orientation, or maybe false information as well. Neptune can inspire you. Saturn will try to ground you and demand things from you. And if you are an early Libra, then during those summer months, you may start feeling heavy and serious. This is because of this combination of Saturn and Neptune putting pressure on your sun. And the pressure, on the one hand, will be about doing the hard thing, but on the other hand, it will be about also following your spiritual or philosophical beliefs, values, or doing something that is beautiful, not only rational, not only cool or beneficial for you, but there must be something bigger. It must have some magic in it. You have to be inspired and elevated by it. And this is a lot to ask from one person. So if you are this early Libra and you will experience this pressure, you can start doing something in the summer months of 2025. If you do it, amazing. If you cannot, you will get a break, because Saturn and Neptune, you will both retrograde back into Pisces in the autumn of 2025, and they will spend a few months there. So you will be relieved of this pressure, and you will get the time to recalibrate and restore yourself and get prepared for the next phase for 2026, when you will have to do the hard thing. And you may even feel the need to do it. You may feel like, yes, I actually want to build something that will last. I want to build something that will be worthy of preservation. I want to build something that I will be proud of, or something that I will respect myself for. Another potentially difficult thing are the full moon in your sign and the new moon in your sign. You get one of each every year. And the full moon is happening on the 13th of April. It is difficult. So if in the middle of April you feel like you hate everyone and everything hurts and so much stress and you don't want to deal with it anymore, the most important thing I can tell you, if this happens to you, is that this is temporary. It's not the most important full moon, and if it brings up some things to the surface that are unpleasant, yes, it's best, of course, if you can deal with them, short term, long term. Uh, I don't know, work and try to make your life better and more pleasant, including in important relationships, because this full moon may bring up something that has to do with relationships. But in general, if you don't have the resources to deal with it, if you just cannot change anything realistically, um, the pressure will eventually leave you, and you will not have to do anything unless you can. And already in May, this will not be as crucial as in April. Of course, if you do feel like you want to win, you want to fight for something, you want to invest in something, you want to achieve something, then this full moon will be kind of like a peak of some good fight that you will be fighting. The new moon in your sign on the 21st of October can also bring up some things that are maybe not very comfortable to think about or to feel. Also, in something that has to do with relationships, romantic, professional, friendly, creative, whatnot. But this new moon will also be aspected by Jupiter. And Jupiter is a planet that gives opportunities and luck, and is basically calling on us to allow ourselves to grow and try out new things and go on an adventure. And this new moon may be partly unpleasant, but mostly beneficial and exciting. And it may mean some fresh and exciting opportunities. So if you are born in the days after the 21st or around 21st of October, I would use this new moon to plan for something exciting and big and ambitious and optimistic. That's a good day to be optimistic about your life. And now to the more optimistic and supportive aspects that all come from Jupiter, the planet of expansion and luck and so on. It will start the year in your ninth solar house of travel, education, culture, philosophy also, and sense making. So the first 5 months that it will bring in Gemini, in your solar ninth house, it's best if you invest a little bit into that. What does it mean for me? Or which things do I find exciting? Or what do I want to learn more about? Do I want to travel somewhere? Do I want to learn about some other culture? Do I want to educate myself? Do I want to try out something new? Do I want to find an explanation for something? That is all beneficial. And then in June, Jupiter will switch into Cancer. Cancer rules your solar 10th house of career, reputation, social standing, and your most official social role. And while it's there, and it will be there until the middle of 2026, it's a great time to grow in this area of your life. So start a business or grow a business, ask for a promotion, start some ambitious professional projects, or do something ambitious and optimistic in changing your official status, maybe not in profession, but somewhere else, like your academic status or family status or migrational status. So if you want to change something that is documented and that defines your status somewhere officially, summer 2025 to summer 2026 would be the time for it. So to sum it up, the year may be hard on the very early Libras because they will be the ones who will experience the pressure from Saturn and Neptune. And you will also have to deal with some topics around relationships where some things may come up that are unpleasant, but that need to be worked on so you feel better. If you're a late Libra, you will experience some stress in the first months of 2025 because of Mars retrograding back into Cancer. And you will have to deal with the influence from Chiron, which is an asteroid that is supposed to help you heal. But to make sure that you are motivated to heal, it may intensify some unpleasant sensations, either psychological when it has to do with relationships, or physical, also a possibility. And the cool thing about Chiron is that you do have an opportunity to make yourself feel better. That's great. The not so cool thing about Chiron is that it's not automatic healing. It's more like you have to notice where it hurts, and then you have to really work on it and look for people who may be able to help you, look for people who may be able to advise you on your healing path in your healing era. If you are a Libra that was born somewhere in the beginning of October, you may experience a little bit of both, but more than that, you will be influenced by Jupiter. First, from this area of expansion and education and sense making until June, and then after June, in this area of career growth and business and opportunity and official status and reputation. That's it. So I wish you a beautiful year ahead, and I can't wait to see what you are going to do with your career in the next year and a half.